right, so there's a track by James Jones, a.k.a. Thin King, who was just here. Great track.
Yes.
All right, so we're back here on the show. We've got Dr. Josh here. Dr. Josh, always great to have you here in the studio.
Always great to be here on a fun Friday.
I know, beautiful Friday today.
The weather is finally starting to be good, right? So we have let's see, we got like 3.5 months of okay weather, and then back to the winter grind.
I think
this will push through to November.
I think so too.
I hope so.
But I do think we have some more wetness coming. Today seems like a fluke day. Maybe another week and a half.
We shall see.
It's good for the farmers. Lots of rain for the farmers.
Yeah, we need it. We need to eat,
so, now today, Dr. Josh, we're talking about the 5 essential components for health, right?
We are.
And, I mean, I didn't know that there were 5. So
he just thought there was beer.
What do you mean? There is beer and there is other. That is the list.
We know beer is really just an adjunct to that. But what are the 5? Let's start with the. What are they?
5 essential components. I mean, my priority lies in a healthy nervous system, number 1, and that comes through chiropractic, and we've talked about that a lot. So I'm going to focus on the other 4. Nutrition is a big thing. Just eating healthily, getting enough rest, having a positive mental attitude, and
nutrition. Is nutrition
all 5 fingers. And
is nutrition? Did you say nutrition?
Yeah, you did.
I'm just guessing.
Healthy nervous system,
nutrition, rest,
positive attitude,
exercise. Sorry.
Yes, there we go.
Right, activity.
When I said rest, I was thinking activity.
You know what you need? You need an acronym.
Well, I wrote down a little list of the things I want to talk about, and they're sitting downstairs in the parking garage where they're most useful. They're perfect there. So, in those categories, nutritionally, a lot of people are focused but lost. And I think the fine line to distinguish is whole food versus processed food. All of the push towards organic, it's great, but organic sugar is still sugar.
Right.
It's still a processed item. So I think a lot of people can let go of their organic craze and really focus on whole foods, whole fruits and vegetables, fresh meats, fresh poultry, fresh fish, and whole grains. You have to have a balance. I love white rice. I love the semolina, regular pasta, but there really is a difference eating brown rice pasta or grains like quinoa or kamut or rye or spelt. All of these grains that aren't whole wheat or aren't in your regular white or whole wheat product, that are a lot healthier, a lot more fibrous, and they just pass through your body more efficiently and appropriately.
And they're delicious. People need to give them a chance. They're absolutely delicious.
Sorry.
I had to hold off on quinoa until my mother started making it. Add a little tofu and a little barbecue glaze in there, and it's delicious.
Yeah, and you can do anything with it.
And it's a relatively new to our diet, right? But isn't quinoa, for example, isn't it like an ancient grain from ancient Peru or something like that? And it's got nutritional benefits.
Super high protein.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic. Yeah. It's easy to make. It's really easy to make. And for those who like couscous, it's so similar. Yeah, it's super healthy.
I actually don't like couscous, but I like quinoa.
I'm not a big fan of it either.
Texture thing. I don't know what it is, but quinoa
it's
rocks.
Pebbly. It's too tight. Yeah. And I'm just like, sometimes it's good with other stuff. Right. But yeah, there's a lot of grains. You won't always get them in the grocery store. Sometimes somewhere like the Bulk Barn or
anywhere really.
Other places.
Health shops, Bulk Barn.
But most grocery stores, I think, have stopped selling like the bulk grains. Like we can get
Why?
I don't know.
Probably a lot of
I feel like I've
crossing
just missed.
too. Yeah.
It's either crossing. It's either it was open product that wasn't necessarily selling. I don't have an answer. I just in my grocery shopping, and sometimes at bigger places, I'm like, oh, there's no, a bag of ancient grains or really sturdy grains.
Right.
So even I love bagels. I'm a carboholic, self-professed, but you can get healthier forms of that. But even into bread, there are so many options and alternatives from the white or whole wheat that your body likes better, and the less it's processed, the better it digests, the more nutrient you get out of it, plain and simple.
Right, and it's easier to find this stuff nowadays. They're pretty much like, a lot of places are covering it. There's a lot of spelt breads, and because I think people confuse the whole white-brown thing too. Whole wheat means nothing any more different than white.
If I go
whole
somewhere,
grains we're looking for.
If I go for faster food, I'll choose white over whole wheat.
Right.
Because to me, it's just as processed.
Yeah,
it's
so
really
enjoy what you're having.
Refined, and if there's a grain, like a whole grain or and again, restaurants are starting to have better, healthier breads. I'll go for that. I can't get away from those carbs.
Yeah.
Water is super key.
Right.
You must hydrate, and water means water. And all the flavored waters and the sugared waters
Not
and
tea
supplemented,
and
it doesn't mean tea, doesn't mean coffee.
What about tap water versus?
You know what? I'm pretty open. I think depending where you live. And I remember my condo board a couple of years back saying that Toronto's water cleanliness is pretty decent compared to other places. I don't know where, but
sorry, go ahead.
I'm a Brita guy. I do like to have the Brita just to get out some of the elements that might be there. But I don't like buying bottled water. I think it's probably a lot of, someone in the back room is using a Brita filter and pouring into a bottle and selling it.
It's no different, and you're just paying for it, and it's plastic, so we don't want that. I think you gotta just kind of go with your gut.
Well, we had Dr. Emoto. Do you know Dr. Emoto?
I don't.
He's the Japanese. He wrote the book The Hidden Messages in Water. We had him here, and because he's the guy that identified that if you put intention into water, like gratitude or positive thoughts into water, it actually changes the
composition of the water.
We
talked about this a lot.
That he's proven with photography. So
interesting.
I asked him about that. What about the fact that we're drinking city water that's got chlorine, it's got fluoride, it's got other stuff in it, and he said, because he's been all over the world, he said to live in a place where you can just turn on the tap and get water that you can drink. He said you should be grateful for that, and that and if you put that intention into it, it'll benefit the water in a way that may mitigate all the negative things that are in the water.
I mean, you can't drink the water in Mexico if you're not from there because the body can't.
But all this
adapt.
also goes with the whole positive attitude thing. That's part of the 5 essentials that you're bringing in. It's how we also perceive it and allow it into our life, because we do have a lot of things that we're taking for granted, and we go into nitty gritty and want to fight it. Meanwhile, we do have water that we can drink.
Absolutely. I mean, that's that next category of your attitude in life. A gratitude attitude is key. But also just being able to deal with negative emotions and the crap that life throws at us, because it's always out there. I recently went through some transformation through landmark education, which some people know, and I get it's a cult, and it's amazing, and it's funny when a business is for profit, and they really encourage a word of mouth referral system to bring them business, and people think it's a cult. I really found that funny. Someone told me something, but that system for me, and you can do self-help books, and you can go have a personal coach. There's so many ways to explore the emotional side of your brain and to get out all the crap. And that's really the positive side. Is I'm a super positive guy, but there's stuff in my life that frustrates me or challenges me. I'm so much more able to process it in the past 5 months than I ever was. And in the year before that, better than before. Like this veil lifts on some of us to see, how am I, who am I, why am I, and how do I see the world around me? And most people are walking around either clueless or very sheltered in with their emotions, and that eats away at your potential health more than people know. It really is tedious on the nervous system and just shuts it down. So, gratitude number one, and just self-awareness, knowing who you are, and just, like a buildup of fat from eating McDonald's, if, solid for a month or longer, emotions can have the same sludgy effect on how your body functions. So
and that ties back to the nutrition thing, is that because people don't think that nutrition is tied to emotions, but it really is.
It's big time.
Yeah,
big time.
It's like we're whole systems. We have to think about all 5 of these.
Everything affects it in different ways, but we always go back to know yourself.
Bingo. Listen to your body. Listen to your mind. Listen to every part of you. Listen to your body's need to be in motion. Exercise, again, I don't know why it fell off my brain's list, but body loves motion. The spinal joints love motion. Your nervous system loves to be moving, shifting. I was watching Randy as he's sitting behind the counter. He's rolling back and forth and shifting side to side, but it's great. Like, he's not just sitting
he's
stuck.
chugging beer, which requires a lot of muscle.
Yep, he's got a lot of...
That's another positive nutritional element, along with wine in moderation. And then people ask, what type of exercise is good? How much is too much? How little is too little? And again, you want to be moving. Go for walks. Don't wear wedges.
Why?
Why on earth? I see all.
Okay.
Well, don't go for long walks and things like that. Get into something like yoga or Pilates or Tai Chi, swimming, walking. I mean, there's so many things people can do. Just do it consistently.
Or what works for your body, because sometimes there's a lot of good things, but we all operate differently. You just have to find what works well with you.
And even as we go through life, we I used to jog. I don't jog anymore.
I can't see you jogging.
I used to do it. But because it can be hard on your joints, right? So at some point, that's okay. Another point is less okay.
Well, our joints want motion. They want to be stimulated, but again, there's moderation.
Yeah.
I finished a half marathon for my 4th time on Sunday, and I beat my last time by 14 minutes, and I felt it.
That's awesome.
Thank you. I felt worn down and stuck to the couch and groaning all afternoon, but by the next day, I was great, and I know it's a great accomplishment. It's not something I want to, I'll do another marathon and half marathons 6 times a year. It's a nice goal to achieve. I like to run, and I still intend to run, and I definitely use chiropractic to make my body adapt to the impact more. Some people can't run. They choose to bike. They choose to swim.
Right.
There's a lot of variety. A little distinction between yoga and Pilates. A lot of people, if they're watching this, are always curious which one does what. To me, yoga is about stretching and expanding flexibility of the spine, and therefore calming the nervous system. And Pilates is really to strengthen, to stimulate muscle versus stretch things out.
But stretching strengthens a lot too.
There is a strengthening element in yoga in the classes that I've been to lately, but there really is a calming, breathing, relaxing side to yoga in its most traditional forms. And there's this craze for hot yoga. I mean, it's popping up everywhere. And I'm kind of a fan of warm yoga. I like a room that's warm, but a hot room, and sweating my way, into my clothing before the workout starts is not my, interest. And other people think it's divine. You just have to watch what you're doing. But 30 minutes to an hour a day of just activity that's not work involved, that's just relaxing and calming for the mind, and it leads to more positive mental attitude. Like, everything really, really is tied together, is key. Getting enough rest, that other element. There are so many wandering thoughts about how much sleep is appropriate, how little sleep is appropriate. Donald Trump sleeps 4 hours. Some people sleep 12 hours. Hugh, what's your average night?
Probably about
5.
No. Well, it all depends. But when I was a kid, I was paranoid about how much sleep I was getting. Because I don't know, I read somewhere where kids should get 11 hours of sleep as a kid, right? And then so I was all paranoid about that.
Because you weren't getting enough, or?
Sometimes I wasn't getting enough.
Okay.
But I probably get about 7-8 hours of sleep.
Okay, and Aaron? Because of Avery, it's more sporadic, I'm presuming.
It's not just because of Avery. I've never been a sleeper, so I know that kind of is part of my issue. But I'm going to say 4 solid hours.
And any naps during the day?
No.
Okay.
I'm not a napper. Never been. Rarely.
Are you tired? Do you find you're tired?
I am, but you know what? I've been finding my push. Like, life shifts. Like, today I'm going on, 3 or 4 hours sleep. And that's usually...
You might need a nap later this afternoon, though.
Randy?
Well, but there's 2 great examples of, 4 and 8, and to me, both of you look like you're similarly alert and functional at this point in the day, and maybe one of you will crash, maybe you won't. There's no magic number.
Yeah.
But the important part is getting to sleep before midnight.
Yeah, that's never
more
gonna
frequently
happen.
than.
That's never gonna happen. Never has.
And that tends to be the better quality. But again,
Right.
there are some people in defiance, depending on what you put in your body, if you're putting caffeine or other stimulants,
Right.
or if you're just really active and you've got a lot of endorphin supplementing that energy need.
Yeah.
You know, I can go on 5 hours a night for a good week, then I can sleep 10 to 12 hours in a weekend if
Right.
I'm really busy.
Yeah.
But I find like
It's-
if it's good sleep,
You don't
then
need a ton
you
of
don't,
it. Nope.
because lately there's been like periods where when I'm actually getting to sleep, even if it's let's say 3 or 4 in the morning, I've been out. So when I wake up, like I'm groggy, which is so not like me because I usually feel like I'm up all the time. So I find that's what's helping me a little bit more.
If you're groggy, you may be a little short of maybe an hour
but
short
then
of
I
a good
snap
sleep
out
cycle.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
think
been
we
okay.
just can wake up and
Yeah.
shower makes a difference. Key things about sleep is get it, and get it consistently. You need a firm mattress, and you need a properly fitted pillow.
Yes.
Those are the two
The
things
right pillow,
people.
for sure.
The right size of pillow is more important even than
Now,
the the orthopedic pillow has 16 variations, if not more.
now,
I
do you
found it
help people?
uncomfortable.
As a chiropractor, are you able to help people choose the right pillow? Because
Absolutely.
a lot of people probably don't even know that the right pillow is so important.
They're on the $5 Sears special, and they've been on it for
That's right.
16 years, and they go, "Oh, but it's my pillow." It's crap. It can be, and that's
Right.
yes. I help people find the right size. I have a particular brand that I adore. It's made out of Kitchener Inc. It's a local brand. And it's got 5 standard sizes, but you can modify it specifically for your stature.
How do you modify it? What is it?
Well,
Is it
it's a polyester material. It's like cotton candy on the inside, and you can literally just take out material or add in to make sure it fits you for either a side or back sleeper.
Okay.
Stomach sleeping is the devil.
Is it really?
Right.
Yeah,
I used to only do that, but not
and a
anymore.
lot of there are a ton of stomach sleepers, and I hear the Sleep Country Canada. If you're a stomach sleeper, we have the pillow for you. Like you
Right.
You know.
you
But if
just
you're
don't sleep on your stomach.
Turning at night. Let's
No,
say
I
you're
turn.
a shifter.
I do all
If-
different.
how do you
I
deal
do
with
side,
that in
I
the-
do
If you're
back.
I'm a side to side, and I'm on my back. Again, that's fine. But it's people who spend a
Okay.
lot of time on their stomachs. They're just putting a lot of one-sided
Oh, yeah,
strain
Yeah. Okay.
on their bodies. I know our time is almost out.
Yeah, we didn't really talk about healthy nerve function as being one of those 5.
Well, we've really talked about health and nerve function all behind this. That chiropractic is the mitigator of healthier nerve potential, and all the other 4 elements of nutrition, rest, attitude, and activity supplement having a healthy nervous system. They give it extra fuel, but people not able to either achieve a high enough balance in the other 4 elements, or feel like their sleep isn't great, or they're not absorbing their nutrients, or they're unable to run or unable to do certain activities, and they're challenged emotionally, those can all be enhanced through chiropractic by releasing interference in the nerve system, giving it healthier potential.
So in a sense, those other components can be aided by chiropractic.
Correct, and they can aid the chiropractic
Right.
process. It's
Works
full
together.
circle.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all heavily braided in a happy family.
Well, you can't have anything one-sided. Everything has to feed each other. It's kind of
Yep.
like these slim packages we were talking about. You can't just take it and ask for miracles. You need to do all the right things that get the... You know what I'm saying.
I do, because
I get
I'm
it.
receiving
That crash is coming.
telepathically, as is our audience.
The special cap is working.
Yes. Okay, Dr. Josh. So people out there right now, they're resonating with what you're saying, and it makes a lot of sense. How can they get in touch?
They can get to me at joshuagelber.com,
Perfect.
and they can click on the right image until it finally goes live. There's been a little delay.
Yeah, you got a Twitter too. People can follow you on Twitter.
They can follow me on Twitter. They can follow me on Facebook. They can follow my YouTube page. They can check me out on LinkedIn.
You're
all
everywhere. You're
over.
linked.
I'm everywhere.
What's your clout with a K? I just heard about that last night.
I have no idea.
Well, we're gonna have
doesn't even know
to
yet.
look into that.
Oh,
I don't know
man.
much about it, but I know it starts with a K. Okay, Dr. Josh, thanks for coming in as always.
Pleasure
See
as
you
always.
next
on a
one.
Friday.
Absolutely.
We probably won't be drinking this much beer next time you come in, but
Why not?
Aww.
well, I don't know. We just because. Anyways, thank you, Dr. Josh.
You're welcome.
That's it for the show, Aaron.
Yes, that was an awesome.
It was a great show. Lots of fun.
Always.
So we'll say bye to everybody. We'll be back. Well, unless the rapture kind of changes everything.
Right.
We may or may not be back on Monday.
Well, not Monday because Monday's a holiday.
Oh, right,
but
Tuesday.
We'll be back Tuesday.
What if there's no holiday because of the rapture? Do we come back early?
May or may not be back on Tuesday. It's kind of like the Caribbean weather. May or may not rain.
Might be a good idea to take that day off anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll see you on Tuesday for more Liquid Lunch right here on ThatChannel.com.
Yeah, it's alright. It's okay. It's alright. It's okay. Just cause. It's alright. It's James. It's okay. That on a rebel shit. Y'all know this one? She roll my weed and she carry my notebook like I'm supposed to believe that she don't take a close look. Boy, if y'all believe that, then y'all shook. That's why I laugh at the broken telephone route y'all took. Let it be known now that I'm gone, I've settled down to the book. This a novel idea, typewriter clang to the sound of the snare hooks. Like the spine of books get shoved through the spine of crooks. Of those who babble like Brooks took advantage of the generous manner I put forth. Of course, up north you hear the sound of my foot holding ground. Just cause what I stick to now. Look, forget about that shit that you talked about. It's what you need to know if you're one of those brave cats talking loud. If you're smart, you give up before your heart give out. Nah, Jones causing confusion. This be understandable smooth shit for rappers to move with. Now enough with the fight and let's bring back the love. All your cats looking grim, just relax it up. For one night, it's alright to put your hands up. When the DJ throw that cut from my James and just cause, just bounce. Come on, twist to this, yo. I love how you twisted this. Hey, I got some shit we could twist to this, yeah. I really could get into this, yeah. With the fight and let's bring back the love. All y'all cats looking grim, just relax it up. One night it's alright to put your hands up. When the DJ throw that cut from my James and just cause, just bounce. Come on, twist to this, yeah. I love how you twisted this, yeah. I got some shit we could twist to this, yeah. I really could get into this. She said love be easy. I love it when you tease me. I love it when you speak, see. Somehow it frees me. Now you wouldn't believe me, but me and Lady Poverty be hand in hand as we be walking down the street, see. We be comfortable showing the place where we be, see. Elastic hold the watch, tape keep the bracelet locked. Lost my dirty kicks, probably caught your dirt up on your block. And if I miss, it's not a question of when or if, but how the fuck you gon' stop? And I ain't even trying to steal your spot. Man, you small time. Right now, you just small change, and I ain't got time. I got bigger money to make. Underground economy, bringing back the mixtape. Man, it's high time. They heard about the one from my James. Just cause, bring the sound, keep the picture in frame. My photographic, no tragic for anyone who try to match it in game. Don't take action unless you're mad, man. Remember the thing. Up with the fight and let's bring back the love. All your cats looking grim, just relax it up. For one night, it's alright, just put your hands up. When the DJ throw that cut from my James and just cause, just bounce. Come on, twist to this, yeah.